Today, our reporter shows us that Narita has more to it than just the airport. But before that...
Welcome to J-Trip Plan. I'm Tenka Moon.
And I'm Amy Ota.
We bring you all sorts of handy travel information to help you plan your trip around Japan. Not just the popular tourist spots, but also the scenes and attractions around the country.
We also introduce regional advice that we receive from everyone and also answer your questions about travel in Japan.
In today's Your Recommendations segment, we look at cheap, local, delicious foods.
And every region in Japan has their own distinctive foods. So even when Japanese people travel around Japan, food is at the top of the list of things to check out. And today, we're going to show you some of those dishes.
With us today, we have Stephen Carter in Nagoya, who also loves local, yummy, delicious, and cheap dishes like these.
I love yakitori.
Yakitori, that's chicken on a skewer, yeah?
That's exactly what that is, grilled chicken on a skewer.
Fantastic.
Yes. Hi, Thane. Hi, Amy.
Hello.
I want to talk to you about cheap and popular local food in my area.
Excellent.
I'm a big fan of cheap local food. I live in Osushen Dengai, a major shopping arcade in Nagoya. There's all kinds of things. You can see here in the middle, there's some quail eggs, and on the right, there's some negima, which is chicken and onions.
And I saw a little bit of the red stuff that you were pouring on there.
Yeah, some ichimi on there, spices it right up.
Yeah, I love ichimi.
Great stuff. Yeah, adds a little kick to the food. Oh, what is this? Guy's got a megaphone.
This place, Yakitori Karuya, has 2 counters but only 1 grill. So the counterman at the second counter has to call in the orders using this loudspeaker here.
Oh, no.
Does it get really loud there then?
It really does, yeah. You have to talk loud, but that's part of the charm.
Right.
You step inside, it's like going back 50 years.
Oh, my.
Cool.
What is the reaction of your foreign friends that you take here?
I love taking people here. The reaction is always really pretty great. They go all wild-eyed, and they really seem to love it.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh.
What's this?
Oh, I love this. This is, oh, my
This
goodness.
is called doteni. It's beef sinews that have been simmered for a really long time in red miso, and it's very flavorful, very, very pungent.
Yeah. These are the Achilles, is it? Tendons.
I think so, yeah, the tendons from the shank.
Which is sort of like the innards of the cow.
Right, yeah, organ meats. That's also very tasty and very famous here in Nagoya.
All right.
And here again, I see the ichimi.
There's ichimi there, and there's also kuroshimi, which is, it uses roasted pepper, so it's black.
Right, and it's this is ichimi, meaning one, so it's got basically one pepper in it.
Right.
This one is shichimi, which means it has 7 different types of spices in there to kind of flavor things up a little
Gives
bit.
it a really good flavor.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's just a little local izakaya? Or?
It is, yeah, it's run by a man and his wife. It also doubles as a kimono shop for men.
Oh.
Kimono shop for men.
So they sell kimonos.
Oh, really? This guy's got a very funky kimono on, by the way.
He's very stylish.
Yeah.
He's kind enough to pose for a photo.
Nice.
And actually, if you come here as a man in kimono, you can get a discount on your food bill.
Oh, really?
Wow. That's enticing.
But you don't have to wear a kimono. You can wear whatever you want.
Oh, and what's this?
Yeah, now the next morning, there's a local coffee shop called Komparu. And this being a Nagoya coffee shop, of course, they have a morning service, which is where they serve you breakfast for the price of a drink. And this is ogura toast. You take hot buttered toast, and you put anko, this sweet bean paste on it.
Yeah.
It's really pretty filling.
Do a lot of people in Nagoya actually eat this, like, daily?
Actually, yeah, they do. And this is how they serve their iced coffee. You get a cup of ice, and then you get a debutas of double-strength coffee. And you put sugar in your coffee, and then pour it over your ice, and you've got a perfectly flavored cup of coffee.
So literally iced
Wow.
coffee.
That's
my
it.
Goodness. All right, Steve. Thanks a lot. See you soon.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow,
Wow,
I
that
guess,
was
yeah,
great.
Shotenga is a great place to try all the different foods.
The
huh?
local stuff, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Shotengai are great, actually. And there's always a Shotengai in almost every town or major city or something, yeah?
Very close to the station usually.
Yeah.
It's very useful.
So if you want to get a feeling of the locale, go check out a Shotengai. There is one delicious and cheap food that can be found almost anywhere in Japan, and that is this.
Onigiri!
Ta-da! Yes!
Rice balls.
Rice balls.
It's actually really simple to make. You just take a little bit of salt while you're shaping the rice into a kind of a circular.
Some people make it circular, some people make it
triangular.
triangular, yeah.
Yeah, and then you wrap around a sheet of seaweed, and then you can often put some fillings inside, right? Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Ah! Look at that! This has salmon.
Grilled salmon.
Grilled salmon. This is a shake onigiri.
I love that.
So,
Cool.
let's take a look at some of the other onigiris that might be around.
You can see more onigiri specialty stores around town lately. They sell all sorts with fillings like tempura shrimp or seasonal delicacies. Onigiri can range in price depending on the filling. The most expensive in this store is about 300 yen. Onigiri are a reasonably priced snack.
Of course, the variety of onigiri is amazing, but the wrapping of the onigiri is even more amazing.
Yes.
It's ingenious, actually. So here we have numbers. There's 1, 2, and 3. Follow the directions as is indicated. So here we go. We have a little tab at the top. Okay, this is number 1. You take number 1 and you pull it all the way to the back. Okay, and then you have number 2. So you pull number 2 a bit, and then number 3. You pull number 3. Amy, would you like to pull number 2 for me, please?
Sure, I'll be
all
the
right,
assistant.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! And you have your already wrapped onigiri as such.
Right.
So let's break this up here. Oh, can you hear that sound?
Crunchy sound.
Oh, and inside we have our tuna mayo. Okay, Amy, would you like one?
Sure.
I'll give you the bigger half.
Thank you.
All right, dig in.
It's good.
It's yummy.
I love that the seaweed is still crunchy.
Exactly. And if you like the old-fashioned type, then you can go for these, which are just already wrapped up and nice and soft. Amazing stuff. Very
Yeah.
cheap and delicious, especially when you're on the go.
Right.
You don't have to stop anywhere. You just buy one and
Yeah.
unwrap it and walk and eat it.
Very popular for picnics and for a day out. So if any of you are planning to be sightseeing all day in Japan, then pick one of these along the way.
And now for Japan Expert, where we focus on a single region so you can travel Japan like an expert.
And today we will focus on Narita in Chiba Prefecture, the home of Narita Airport, the gateway to Japan.
That's right. Now, most people, when they get to Narita, they head straight for Tokyo and just forget all about Narita, but you're actually missing out.
So today we will show you some cool spots to see or do around Narita. Let's check it out.
Here we go.
10 minutes is all it takes to get from Narita Airport to Narita Station. I've heard that there are so many interesting places around here. Temples, restaurants, delicious snacks. I cannot wait to get started and see what I'm going to find.
From here, the main approach to the nearby Buddhist temple is a shop-lined street, 800 meters long.
This area really has a lot of interesting stores. I mean, it's everything from accessories, clothing, food.
Chris heads straight for the temple, so he'll come back later for a better look.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I'm Chris.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
Welcome to Narita-san Shinshoji Temple.
Thank you. This is my first time here.
Chris booked a free English-speaking guide to show him around the temple. You can request a guide when you get there, but sometimes they're all busy, so it's best to book ahead.
Wow, this is really, really beautiful. And it's so big, like there's so much space and there's so few people. I mean, you would never get this in Tokyo. This is amazing.
Yeah.
This is great.
Narita-san Shinshoji, which was established in 940, attracts the most worshippers for any Buddhist temple in Japan. The guide highly recommends the 25-meter-tall, 3-storied pagoda, which was built 3 centuries ago.
What are these?
Whenever I see this,
Its detailed carvings are a highlight.
300 years ago. Well, I really can't believe how intricate it is, and I can only imagine how much time it would have taken just to carve one panel of this, let alone 3 floors.
in Japan, many religious places always have dragons. Dragons are associated with the god of water,
The god of water.
likely to catch lightning anytime.
Ah.
The dragons commonly seen at Buddhist temples are regarded as talismans against fire.
Here. This is a special procession.
Whoa, what is this for?
They are going to start the service now. Okay? We need to put
A procession of priests head to the main hall for prayers.
Okay, let's go inside and see this interesting service.
In the Goma fire offering ritual, worshippers write prayers on wooden slats that are fed to the flames, a symbol of Buddha's wisdom. It's rare for temples to allow the public access to this daily ritual.
The lights, the sounds, the action, it was so intense. I was actually a little worried, like, oh God, am I gonna get sleepy? And then boom, the drums kick in and the chanting starts. It was amazing. Here with you today.
Chris now heads back to the main approach to look around.
I don't know about you, but sightseeing makes me so hungry. And something smells so good. If we take a look at this store right here, with a huge crowd, I can tell they have got the good unagi.
Unagi, or eel, is a Narita delicacy. The temple approach has some 60 unagi restaurants. This one's been in business for more than a century.
Thank you. Okay, let's check it out. Wow, look at that. It looks so good. It's so good. It's not tough at all. It's delicate and tender. And this barbecue sauce, the tare, that they've covered it in, it's just perfect. It really accentuates the taste. Just delicious.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Chris is curious as to the secret behind the unagi's deliciousness, so he takes a look.
They're actually preparing the unagi here in front of everybody.
The fish is cleaned in a series of deft moves.
これ何年ぐらいやってますか？
私もう少しで50年。
すごいですね。もう包丁の使い方とか切り方はすごすぎると思いますよ。
ありがとうございます。最初10年くらいは下積みですけどね。
Each member of staff specializes in a different stage of preparation. Wherever you look along the street, you get a feel for old Japan. This store carries household goods made by local artisans from bamboo and rattan at reasonable prices. The most popular item here is the vegetable grater.
Not metal, so that you don't taste such a nasty metal iron taste.
Ah, there's no aftertaste.
Taste, yeah,
I
natural
see.
taste and natural flavor.
This is really strong.
Yeah, strong and very easy, very fast to grate.
Japanese would most often use it to grate daikon radish, but it can also be used for grating cheese.
You can see I'm touching it and it doesn't hurt. I mean, if you put your finger on the wrong part of a metal grater, you're going to cut it, but Now, this is safe, it's easy to use, and it's a smart design.
This liquor store is also a sake brewery, so it offers customers tastings of its sake that make great gifts for people back home. This is a good inn if you want a taste of daily life in Japan.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, Japanese style rooms.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah.
The inn, built 100 years ago, boasts authentic Japanese-style rooms for visitors to experience the real Japan. The owner comes from a line of samurai lords, so he shows Chris his heirlooms.
This is 400 years ago, samurai.
400 years ago?
Yes.
Wow.
Would you try?
Yes, please. Okay. Oh. Wow, this is surprisingly heavy.
Yeah.
I have no idea how samurais wore this for days at a time.
The area also has much to offer at night.
In this town, by day, looks like this traditional Japanese town, but by night, gets a little funky. And I have heard that there's a bar in this area that a lot of foreigners tend to hang out at, and I'm kind of on the hunt for that right now. This has got to be the spot. Jet Lag Club. Let's see what's happening. Wait, what do you do?
Pilot. I'm also a pilot.
What do you do?
Yeah, we work for the same company.
Many of the clientele are airline staff. With Narita Airport so close, crews staying overnight often come to unwind.
Started 11 years ago.
Vincent, the owner, was once a chief purser.
My wife also.
He shows his playful side in the bar's decor. He's also added a touch of humor by classifying the alcohol according to class.
Narita, it's full of very nice restaurants. Another very popular place is Teco Teco. It's a Brazilian restaurant. The French restaurant, Bistro Dîner.
French restaurant.
Bistro Copain.
Well, they really have everything around here, don't they? It's quite international. I mean, like by day, I really thought this was like a straight-up traditional Japanese town, but
yeah, I think I would say like Narita is invaded by foreigners every day, but it's a nice invasion.
Yeah,
it's a good mix. It's a perfect mix. I find it's a perfect mix. Yeah.
Wow, so much to do in Narita.
That is very, very cool. I didn't know. I've never been there at night. The night spots look really, really interesting.
Right.
And it's got a wide variety of things to do.
Yeah, it seems
Amazing.
like it. But I heard that you know Narita very well.
Well, very well in the sense of I go to the temple, right? So Shinjoji.
Yeah.
And we kind of frequent there quite a bit. So we've been there on many occasions and some fire ceremonies as well. Fudomyo-sama, the deity of this particular temple, is kind of is represented by fire as well. So he's got a big fire thing going on, and a lot of the stuff that gets thrown in there is purified and then sent up to heaven and so on and so forth.
Right. So shall we check out where Chris goes next?
Let's check it out.
good morning. 8 a.m. we are here at Narita's fish market. Now, I'm sure when you think of fish markets in Japan, Tsukiji comes to mind, but Narita Fish Market looks pretty good, right? Let's check it out.
Despite being a popular destination for Japanese, relatively few foreign tourists know about these markets, located 2 train stops from Narita Airport. There are many eager shoppers early in the morning looking for bargains.
おはようございます。これは何ですか？
これはサザエですね。巻き貝の一種で、このまま日本だと焼いて、醤油垂らして網で焼きで食べたりとか、あとお刺身でも食べれますね。
There is so much that you wouldn't find in an ordinary Japanese supermarket.
There's like a crazy amount of people waiting in line for something. Let's find out what's happening.
じゃあ今からですね、マグロの解体ショーの方を始めたいと思います。
This event, in which they cut up a whole tuna, is held on the 4th Saturday of every month.
So it's taking a team of about, I would say, 6 men, and it looks like they're using maybe 5 or 6 different knives to cut down that giant tuna into edible pieces. And they're sectioning it off into the different types of meat and the different parts that you'd want to buy, like the head, the fins, the tail.
It takes just 15 minutes for the staff to divide up the 80-kilogram tuna.
何個買いましたか
4つ買いました
4つですかすごいですねちなみにこれはいくらですか
これは大トロが1つ1500円
1500円
赤身が1つ1000円
結構いい値段ですね
やっぱり新鮮
まあ確かにね、一番フラッシュでしょ
そうだよね
このままで切ってもらって、
新鮮なの
やっぱ今日の晩ご飯は
そうこれマグロ丼今日美味しいよ
食べたいよ
The market also has restaurants that serve dishes made with the fresh seafood on sale, but they close at 1 p.m., so get there early. The airport itself has much to help travelers kill time.
My friend told me that there was some killer sushi in Terminal 3, so we are here to check it out. Sushi stand counter dining.
This is no sushi train. Every piece is made fresh on order. After watching the demonstration earlier, Chris is hungry for tuna.
いただきます。
はいどうぞ
That's good. I'm absolutely shocked. This is delicious. When my friend said that there was good airport sushi, I really expected something cheap, but this is amazing.
It's okay for you to even order just one piece as a snack if you're feeling a bit hungry before your flight. A barber shop and other establishments offer services to help travelers relax. The barber naturally provides haircuts, but Chris chooses a special course. First, a scalp shampoo.
Feels so good. I could fall asleep in this chair.
Next, a head massage.
All right, I'm not exactly sure what she's doing on top of my head right now, but it feels good, so we're gonna roll with it. Oh, all right.
But Chris is not finished yet. After they steam his face with a hot towel, they gently shave him. Last is a shoulder massage that will relieve any tension after a long haul.
降りる方とか、これから長い時間旅立つ方とかいらっしゃるわけですよね。そういう方たちにやはりなんていうんですか、疲れを癒してほしいみたいな。
The airport also has a massage shop offering foot and body massages. And there are showers for you to freshen up as well. If you want to rest, there is a hotel under the airport. It's even good for an hour's nap. Chris gets his pajamas, changes in the locker room, and heads to his bedroom.
Okay, I really had no idea what to expect walking into this, but I feel like I've left Japan and stepped into some kind of crazy spaceship. Welcome to a capsule hotel.
The decor was designed around the concept of a cockpit.
Okay. Here we go. There's also a switch right here for the light, so you can turn it on for your reading needs or turn it up if you want to pass out. And then there's the ever-important electrical outlet for all of your smartphone charging needs. You have a dial here. There's like white noise that you can turn on or turn off. It says BGM music, but sounds and waves, not really BGM music. This space is actually quite comfortable, but it's really, really small. I mean, I want to give you an idea of how small this is. So that's one wall, and Oh yeah, did you feel that? That's the other wall. And if I put the selfie stick right here, all right, look, I'll be honest, there's not enough room to have a home party, but there's definitely enough room to comfortably sleep by yourself. I actually had a pretty relaxing time hanging out at Narita Airport. And on top of that, you really get a sense for Japanese hospitality. So if you've got some time before a flight, or if you got some time after a flight and want a little bit of relaxation before you head on to Tokyo, definitely worth checking out. See you later.
I highly recommend you make a detour to Narita when you arrive in Japan. Even if you're only, have a few hours and you're in transit, it's definitely a good place to go and check out, even if you have a few hours and you can go and stretch your legs a bit.
And there are actually some other spots near the airport, so let us introduce a few of them to you.
Yes.
Wow.
This is nice.
So this is Sakura no Yama Park.
That is correct.
And this is right near the airport runway, so you can lie down and watch the planes take off and land.
Exactly. So I've actually visited Sakura no Yama Park. It's
How was it?
Very cool. It was very, very close to the runway. It's overwhelming because you're so close. It's probably as physically close as you can get to a runway without getting into trouble. And you can see the airplanes taking off and landing, especially the landing. You can feel the power of the airplanes.
Wow.
And it's really, really breathtaking. The Museum of Aeronautical Sciences is about 15 minutes by bus or taxi. A great place to take the kids. There we go. Look at that. That is an engine.
Oh, this is
That is an
inside of a
airplane.
plane?
Yep. It's actually the engine of an airplane. You get to see what it looks like on
wow.
the inside. Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, you've got some cafes and restaurants that you can sit down and watch the airplanes taking off and
I
landing.
see. The runway is right there.
Exactly.
Okay.
And enjoy your meal while chatting and
Checking out the planes.
checking out the place. Exactly. So, if you're coming through Narita Airport, make sure you go and check out the city.
And if you find any interesting spots, leave us a message on our page and we'll introduce it on this show.
We aim to provide you with suggestions and ideas for your trip to Japan. In order to do that, we need your help.
We'd love to hear your questions, your recommendations, your experiences, and any interesting facts. Please message us on our Facebook page.
And we'll have another reading for you next time, so don't miss it. Until then, see you. Bye-bye.